Atlanta is going to Philly, and, boy, it's been a while since a number one seed hasn't felt like a number one seed.
The Philadelphia Eagles are the first number one seed in history to start the playoffs as an underdog. There is an impression the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be trampled on by the Falcons, and that perception might be right.
Why are the Falcons just going to walk in here on the Eagles' home field and win this game like that? Why is that even in people's heads? Like, I just don't understand it.
You lost the most important position on the field, the quarterback, and a guy who was playing at an MVP level in Carson Wentz.
And we talked as much about the defense being a factor as we did Carson Wentz, which is still there.
And they've got a good team. You don't win 13 games by being a one-man team.
The bottom line is whatever it takes. And they got two players on this team that understand that more than anybody else, LeGarrette Blount and Chris Long.
Well, I know my attitude is I'm ready to play a playoff game. I didn't need to hear any bulletin board material or anything like that from the media or, online about, we're underdogs. Whatever. I really don't care. I just want to play football, and playoff football, you should have plenty of motivation. You shouldn't need that. So our record speaks for itself. We're here for a reason. We've earned it. And in the postseason, we got to earn it all over again.
And then the guys on this squad that have won Super Bowls, like Malcolm, like Chris, that you've had stand up, what was kind of the thinking going into that idea?
I've always sort of appreciated the players who have been there, done that. It just goes to their preparation, their hard work, what they saw from their team at those times. And for them to kind of shed a little light on this postseason was huge for the guys. And these guys are in the locker room with you. They've been there, and as early as this last year for a couple of them, LeGarrette and Chris, So I think it's important to hear from those guys because it is that one and done mentality, and so you gotta turn over every stone.
Well, I think the last 2 weeks we've just been eager to get going. You have to manage that excitement with balancing good preparation and trying to have our best practices of the year because we're going to have to play our best game to win a playoff game. That's kind of the reality of playing in the postseason. So, that excitement, that restlessness, but also the patience of putting in good work on the practice field.
It's the same field, same color grass, same football, same rules. The only thing that's different is the distraction around the game. The fact that if you lose, you're going home. The fact that everybody's watching you and you're so much closer to your goal, but in the reality where your feet are, it's the same. Obviously, you're going to do everything you can and exhaust yourself to make sure you prepare for this game. But at the end of the day, don't get out of character. We've been here. It's the teams that can focus on the smallest things. We're going to get punched in the mouth. Be able to just keep chipping at it. Somebody get hurt, next guy up, they score, next guy up. That's how we've been operating all year. So don't get away from that. We got a lot of vets on this team, guys who've been there, guys who haven't. I'm excited for the guys who hadn't been there. That link is gonna be rocking.
The playoffs for me, I don't take them for granted. It took me almost a decade to be there, but I learned a lot in my 1 year, making that Super Bowl run and being able to win. So it means a lot to me just to be able to take the field and know that everybody in the country is watching, people in other countries are watching probably, and every time you win in the playoffs, that next week even more people are watching. So you earn what you get, and it's win or go home. And I know that's a cliche, but when you really think about it as a player, you could either be preparing for an opponent next week or packing up your locker. That adds a lot of magnitude to those games.